Be one with Doomy.
Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, I'm your Lord, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Well, last time I started the construction of these smaller cells, and I just came a little short to finishing these first 20. This time, what I want to do, and I will be starting out with that, is that I am going to be taking in, if this wants to cooperate, all row 40. I want to take in 40 medium security prisoners. It's gonna give me 20,000. Because, as you may or may not remember, currently I have my maximum security prisoners in this area. All of these rooms that I have are dormitories with one single bunk bed. So this can house, this will be able to house a total of 200 prisoners once it's done. However, since that these are all maximum security prisoners, they kick off a lot. And I can't even show you how many deaths I've had thus far. So that causes a bit of a problem. But what I've decided to do is that this cell block, which will be consisting of about, I don't even know how many at the moment, small cell blocks, I think 120 small cells. And I'm going to move all of the maximum security prisoners over to this cell block, and then leave the medium security prisoners for that cell block. Also, last time I finished off the nursery and the family cells. We don't have any prisoners for that yet. But let's get going. I felt like recording this, and I have come to the realization that I need to get prisoners in. Also, I think I have this, yes, but I need more. Always more. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting this and that. And we already have stuff kicking off over here in the yard. These women are violent. Ooh. For a second there I thought that they carried a gun, which would be a bit problematic. Let's do a cell block search, because that might just be a tunnel. So, with the fact that I now have some extra money, I do want to finish these cells. Start to rotate. There. And I'm going to be weird. I just built these two instead of basically doubling the size of this, just putting that in. And then 2 large cell doors, which I will be dismantling later down the line. There. I guess there was no tunnel. Maybe I should actually focus on increasing this instead. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to prioritize this area first. And priority is of course holding control while dragging a certain area will make your workmen drop everything that they're doing and head over to what you prioritize. Allow me to stir my coffee in the meantime. Yes, I need my coffee. Now I do realize that I could actually have increased the size of the yard. But I actually like to have a path over here, just to keep it there. So that they have at least one single path that they can use to cross over to this area, rather than having to go through the yard or through the kitchen and canteen. Or behind the infirmary and such. Did I place the door? I did place the door. Come on, just finish this. There we go. And let us immediately start with... Oh. Wrong. This. Go solitary, even just for 40 prisoners. Apparently is a bit of a problem. Someone mentioned that I had way too much solitary planned. Well, I might not have enough solitary planned. Oops. And then the doors will come in later. Now I'm actually waiting on these walls, because otherwise the cross sections, these, might not get filled in. I also really just want to get the workshop up and running. Basically this entire building up and running. Because I'm gonna have the chapel over here. This is gonna be a classroom. This would be a shop. And I recognize it because these two would be the shop fronts. This would be the mailroom, and this the this the library, that the mailroom, I believe, or the other way around. And of course, this the workshop. And I'll just prioritize this again, because I bet that they were busy with this. No more. We'll wait on that. And perhaps, now that I'm getting some medium security prisoners in, and now that I have the family cells done, maybe I'm gonna get some women with children. I'd like that idea. Oh. Build that, and this, and that, and then solitary doors. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. Wow. And of course, solitary. There. 42 solitary cells. So 84 in total I will have. That is quite a lot. Now for one of the grants, I need to unlock body armor and tasers through bureaucracy, and I need to build a CCTV monitor, and it doesn't say it, but place CCTV cameras throughout your prison. It doesn't mention the exact number, but by looking at the percentages after having placed a single one, you're gonna see that you're gonna need 6 of them in order to complete the grant. But I won't do that yet. In 15 hours I'm gonna get 16,000 for the particular grant of the short-term investment. Oops. So I'm just gonna wait with that until that is done. To do there. Let's see. Woohoo, deadly fearless, fearless. We do have a couple of potential CIs. Let's get them in. You're a... that sounded like a man. Let's just get some confidential informants. There. Because we have got plenty of people that we don't know what they are. Now, in order for confidential informants to work, I do need a security room. And I think that's exactly what I will be building next. So I'm gonna wait with this building just for a little while longer. Because I'm gonna get 20,000 with the 40 incoming prisoners. Well, that should be enough for a little while. There we go. Question marks. Fearless and quick. Whole bunch of question marks. Stoical, quick. Stoical. Okay, that's about it. Perfect. So, as I said, I'll also be building the remainder of the solitary cells. At least the framework of it, just the walls. Not the doors yet, not gonna designate the rooms yet, because it's quite an expensive thing to do. And yeah, I just don't want to do that yet. Also, intake. Gonna put it back to I'm gonna keep it at 80 at the moment. To have a maximum of 80 prisoners in my facility at all times. Oh, I want this to be prioritized. Five are still awaiting solitary, but we have enough. Workmen are going body on that area. Prisoners are getting searched. Perfect. Now, I did mention numerous times that I was probably gonna cheat in money to get the double layered perimeter wall around the facility. I'm actually having second thoughts about that. I do want to have the double layered perimeter wall, but the capacity of this place is gonna be so darn huge that I might be able to get enough daily cash flow to get it done normally. That's exactly what I'm gonna try and accomplish. And of course, what I also want to have done is custom flooring in everywhere. Because I like custom flooring. It's a very nice feature. Righto, we have got this area done. There you go. Sure. We'll let the inside one just be alone for now. There. Right. Which reminds me, I might want to add some lights into this place. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have one here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. Just get some lights in here as well. Yeah, just about that. Looks right. We've got lights in here. And that means that I need a double staff room in here now. A double staff door. Because these guys are stuck in here. Poor guys. Hygiene. Psychologist. Why are you not in your office? Oh, because you were heading to the staff room. That's why. Splendid. With that done, let us go to rooms and get security. Now this is one massive security room. I know. It's going to be one of the safest rooms we have. The security room needs a single chair, a single office desk, and a single filing cabinet, but I'll place 2 instead, which means that I move these back with 1 tile. Here and here. And that'll count as a security room. A security room serve a couple of purposes. Well, you don't need to use the security room for this particular purpose, but you can put your CCTV cameras, your CCTV monitors, door control systems, phone taps, and door timers. Where are you? Door servo, pressure pads, door timers. Here you are. You can put those inside of your security room. You don't have to. You can actually just use a space undesignated as any kind of room and place your stuff in there. I like to put everything in my security room. The other option, the other purpose, is that your confidential informants, once they are activated, and once this counts as a security room, your confidential informants will be brought over to here upon activation. So I'm going to be activating all of them, and you can see the suspicion rising, meaning that these women, because we are using women in this prison, will have talked to several of the prisoners. For instance, this, here we go, and we learned that this particular prisoner is carrying a baton, which means that if I were to search this prisoner, which I'm gonna do, you can see the suspicion of Mila Janet rise, which means that that particular prisoner was talking to Mila, and she told her that she had a baton. And if I were to do a shakedown right now, the suspicion would rise through the roof, and probably all of my confidential informants would be marked for death because they became snitches. And this is a way to force snitches into your prison. Just finished my coffee, mocha flavor, love that. But yeah, that is how you find contraband. Oh, here we go. We have a snitch in ex-law enforcement. Do I have this? Yes. Now, I do want to have you as the protective custody so I can find you, but give you permanent lockup. And what that also means is that in deployment, I want to make this maximum security only. And this boiler room will be staff only, of course. That too. And this as well. So that means that the prisoner that we just found out to be a snitch over here, under ex-law enforcement, will never be put in these cells. But she will be inside of these cells. Which in and of itself leads to a problem. Because they're all dormitories. Which means that if she comes in with a prisoner that doesn't like her being a snitch, she still has a chance to get killed. So that is also why I wanted to have these cells. Because eventually I'm gonna make this dormitory area over here medium security only. Which means that my snitches, my protective custodies, don't have a place in this cell block nor in this cell block. Which means that if you have... Oh, what the... What? Trolling. Can you quickly head on over to yonder? I need some vision in here, please. Because we seem to have someone with a baby that is also a snitch. Or at least marked for death for some reason. Yes, Perkins. Why? You are a snitch. I am gonna give you permanent lockup, which is gonna be bad for your baby, but at least you will be safe. Also, protective custody. So yeah, we have the family cells being used. How do you like them apples? So, under certain circumstances, determined by law, if a woman has an infant, then if the law deems her capable of caring for the child while in prison, the child is allowed to join the mother in prison and grow up there for as long as the sentence is. How long is your sentence? 5 years. So that shouldn't be too long. Otherwise, there will be another person assigned to the child, etc., etc. And that exactly is the reason why, for just the female prisoners, of course, in Prison Architect, we have these family cells and nurseries. Once again, I explained it in the last video, but for those that were living under a rock and didn't watch that video, the nurseries, or the women with the children, will never ever leave the area of family cells and nursery. They will eat, they will shower inside of their own cells. That's why it's mandatory for family cells to have a shower. And they will never ever interact with any of the other female prisoners unless they are within the same area of family cells and nursery. Now, anyone else? We've got that person, we've got that person. Okay. But as you can see, the confidential informants are being brought over to the security area. And this is where they're gonna have to spill all the beans. What have you found in terms of contraband? A lot has been found here. A lot of scissors. Some drugs, some tools, some weapons. But I am surprised at the amount of scissors. What is up with that? Scissors. Not from the laundry. Where do you get scissors then? Poison and club. Not even in here. How the hell do you get scissors? Oh, here. In the morgue. And the infirmary. Gotcha. Right. Alrighty, we have got plenty of money. I think what I will in fact do is finish the solitary up, so that I never have to look at that again. Oops. No. No. Yes. There. That also means is that I can dismantle these doors. Because I just had these for the sake of making them a separate room. But they don't need to be anymore. I'm in terms of time quite far ahead. Oops. Oops. Thank you. The best thing to do if you misplace a door, if you have the game paused, is to quickly unpause it upon cancelling the construction of the door, like I did. Because it's going to go into your inventory. Meaning that it's basically ordered, but never got built in. And as you can see now there's one still left in what's gonna be storage. Which means that you don't have to pay for that anymore. Here, just gotta place them all in to be done with it. And as you can see, this is a very, very expensive thing to do. Also, let's check the power really quickly. To here. Up to here. No. There. No, wait. Not here. Here. There, and there, or all the way to the end. Yes. Just making sure it is exactly as I want it to be. Perfect. Well, I guess that my plans for this episode have been completely screwed over, and with that, I am going to be ending off the episode. We have done quite a bunch of construction in terms of solitaire. We've completed another room, and we found and saved the lives of 2 snitches. And we also see that the family cells are now in use. Which reminds me, before I'm gonna be fully closing it off, quickly gonna deploy 1 guard inside of the nursery to make sure that we at least have some vision over there. Alrighty. With that, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did. My name is Hecthor Doomhammer. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.